Now on CoastTV News.
Scorching temperatures, we kick off August with high heat. How people on Delmarva are battling that heat and staying cool.
A child assaulted in a public restroom. Police searching in Ocean City for the culprit. What happened and what we know so far.
History in Dewey Beach, preserving the past here along the coast. How the town is trying to take ownership of the life-saving station from the state after years of leasing the building.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
Blue waters, cold treats, and finding shade outside. Just some of the ways people are staying cool across Delmarva. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our news at 6. The heat is on again.
We're now just 3 degrees away from our hottest temperature this summer. This prompting the National Weather Service to issue a heat advisory lasting until Friday. Coast TV News reporter Zakia Jennings shows us how you can stay cool during these humid summer days.
Relaxing under an umbrella or taking a dip in the water at Lewis Public Beach. People have their own ways to stay cool. Strom Edwards is captain of the Lewis Beach Patrol. He rides in this Polaris to make sure his lifeguards are also in good shape.
We are taking frequent breaks. We are making sure they're sitting under an umbrella. They're staying hydrated. We keep waters and Gatorades on our Polaris. I'm always delivering something cool to drink for the guards. And if they need a break, I give them one. They tell me the heat's getting to them.
Edwards says, if the heat is too much for you, don't come outside. On days like today, when the sun is beaming down and the humidity is making it feel hotter than it really is, you want to make sure you're staying in the shade and keeping a cool drink. We caught up with tour guide Tony Turner in the red shirt and another tour guide. They are always outside giving tours of the lightship Overfalls in Lewis.
You know, it is hot. We do have some shade to sit in when we're waiting for the tours and some shade, outside. Luckily, we're near the canal, so we do feel a little breeze every once in a while. So it's not that bad, but we have water, in the museum.
The days are hot and long, but working by the water or being in or near the water really helps.
That was Zakia Jennings in Lewis. There are cooling centers in Georgetown, Bethany Beach, and Milton. Make sure you're staying hydrated in this heat. You can also visit your local library. Great place to enjoy some AC and a book. Some of them are also cooling centers.
Speaking of all this weather, let's go ahead and take a live look right now outside into Ocean City. Our first alert chief meteorologist just before the air told us something we're going to need to know about this heat.
Yeah, we're being upgraded from not only just an advisory, but now we have a heat warning that has now been placed for our area. It was just added a few moments ago as we kicked off, so I'm going to go through that with you in a moment. First of all, we got up to 93 degrees in Georgetown and in Salisbury. These two temperatures are not record-setting, but they are well above the 87 that's normal for this time of the year. Temperatures in the 90s along the shore and throughout the inland areas, but this is what it feels like right now. It feels like 105 in Seaford, feels like 101 in Redden, 105 Milford, 102 in Milton, 100 in Millsboro at this hour. So we have the active heat advisory in effect for all of Sussex. This is watching out for 109 degrees. Now stop what you're doing, because I need you to catch this part. Here's the new part. To the south, Ocean City, all the way over towards Salisbury, we're now under a excessive heat warning. Now the difference between the two, we're looking for 110 or worse for everybody here. In Sussex, we're looking for 105 to 109 for most of us, but we're looking for 110, maybe even 120 down here. We'll talk more about what to expect over the next couple of days in a moment. Till then, back to you, Charlie.
A search is underway for a man accused of assaulting a child in Ocean City. Coast TV News anchor Mallory Metzner explains what happened and who police are looking for.
Ocean City Police says a 6-year-old boy was assaulted on Wednesday. Officers need your help finding a suspect. Take a look at your screen. The police department says it is looking for a heavy-set white man, possibly of Middle Eastern descent, who sports a dark beard. The agency believes the man is around 35 years old. He was last seen wearing light blue shorts, dark shoes, and carrying a white t-shirt. OCPD says the child was assaulted on Wednesday at 3:40 p.m. in a public restroom on 117th Street. The suspect was last seen running north in the Ocean City Square shopping center at 118th Street. Anyone with information should call Ocean City Police or submit a tip online. We have a link to that form along with the case number to reference on CoastTV.com. For Coast TV News, I'm Mallory Metzner.
New today, Rehoboth Beach police need your help finding two people they say stole two Rainbow Pride flags. According to Rehoboth Beach police, on July 29th at 10:30 p.m., two suspects stole flags from a house on Maryland Avenue. Witnesses believe both suspects are in their late teens. Officers say they arrived in a white minivan with another person.
Happening now, the Cape Henlopen School District and BB Healthcare are offering grief support for students in the community after two students tragically died in a car crash. That was back on July 15th. Support services are underway at the moment, and they will be ongoing until 8 p.m. According to the district, services will be provided in a private setting at Cape Henlopen High School, ensuring confidential and supportive environments for those in need.
New today, after a forensic audit uncovered irregularities in the campaign finances of Lieutenant Governor Bethany Hall-Long, who is running for governor, the campaign says her campaign manager and fundraiser have chosen to leave the campaign by the end of this week.
After months of discussion, Lewis is set to hold a public hearing that would pave the way for those accessory dwelling units, also known as ADUs or tiny homes in the city. Now, this has been a topic that's been in the works for quite some time. I'm sure some of our viewers are familiar with the story, and the city wants public feedback. ADUs, basically a smaller place to live that can be built on an existing property or even built into or on top of one. In the current draft ordinance, the city says allowing ADUs would, quote, help alleviate the worker and working family housing shortage. The public can share their thoughts on the draft ordinance next Monday.
In traffic news, over in Fenwick Island, East Essex Street will be closed tomorrow from 8 a.m. through the end of the day for water line work. The town says drivers won't be able to get to Essex from Route 1, so kind of a detour here. You need to use Bunting Avenue through Farmington or Dagsboro Street. Plans to improve Cape Henlopen State Park, they're taking shape, especially a new park office and entrance. Take a look at your screen. You'll see some designs and proposed site plans very different than the current office, if you're familiar. Denrec says the new office would have a public lobby that would provide an indoor queuing for park pass purchases instead of snaking in the parking lot like it does now. A gift shop, interpretive displays. It would also have visitor parking. You can give your thoughts on this. Public comment is open until August 14th.
Delaware's Bay beaches, which are badly eroded, are about to get bigger. The state and Army Corps are partnering for a project that they say aims to use sand dredged from the Delaware River to benefit communities along the Delaware Bay shore. Both DENREC and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers will manage the project. They'll identify the available sand and decide where it should be placed in order to help restore and protect the shoreline.
Today was a day of mourning for the Delmar community. A couple who survived a vicious attack years ago and recently died were laid to rest. Stephen and Judith Franklin both passed away July 18th. Both in their 70s. Back in 2021, they were beaten by the same man who killed Delmar Corporal Keith Hecook. You see scenes from their funeral today. Their daughter, Jennifer Franklin, reflected on her parents' resilience and their relationship with one another.
And they faced everything together. The separation of work, the hardship of grief and loss, all before their first surviving child was born. During their marriage, he worked for her, supported her, and protected her. He most loved to make her laugh.
Their causes of death have not been disclosed. Both the Delmar, Maryland and Delmar, Delaware mayors announced today that going forward, every August 1st will be Steve and Judy Franklin Day in Delmar.
Well, more heat and humidity. We're dealing with heat advisories and heat warnings. I'll update you on the latest.
But first, preserving a piece of town history, efforts in Dewey Beach to take ownership of this life-saving station when we're back in just 60 seconds.
Window World at Delmarva, quality and price that can't be beat. Get a 10-window package for only $121.81 per month.
No matter the size of the project, you can trust Window World of Delmarva to get it done right.
Remember, first to call, first to install.
another day. Visit Western Sussex.
Window World of Delmarva, quality and price that can't be beat. Get premium vinyl insulated siding for only $298.35 per month.
No matter the size of the project, you can trust Window World of Delmarva to get it done right.
Call now for a free estimate.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
The town of Dewey Beach has been leasing what's known as the Dewey Beach Life-Saving Station for years, but now the town wants to take ownership.
Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber spoke with the town as well as with Beach Patrol, who say the building helps them do their job.
Since the late 90s, the Dewey Beach Patrol has called this building home. The current life-saving station on Dagsworthy Street is actually a replica of the Coast Guard station that sat right here during the 1800s. Dewey Beach Patrol Captain Todd Fritchman says his team needs this building to keep the community safe.
So it's everything to us, and without it, we wouldn't have the ability to provide a really professional service.
From Beach Patrol services to town meetings and events, this building is extremely important to the town of Dewey Beach. But the town currently doesn't own it, the state does. But the town is looking to change that. For about a year, the town has been working on an agreement to take over ownership. The main reason why the town wants to own the building is to ensure they never have to deal with the leasing price increasing. Another reason is the town wants to preserve the station.
Yeah, as you can see from just looking around, there's a lot of townhomes and condos in the area. This is one of the last few small buildings like this.
If this agreement goes through, the town is also looking to make this an historical site. The town also says since 65 lifeguards operate in the building, it wants to expand the restrooms, add showers, and lockers for the guards. If the town takes ownership of this building, it will not be able to sell it or develop it. And also it has to be used for public service like a lifeguard station. In Dewey Beach, I'm Elisa Weber, Coast TV News.
Your Gulf forecast, stifling heat and humidity with some afternoon thunderstorms.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't take chances with just anyone. Trust the experts at Spicer Brothers. Join thousands of satisfied customers who've chosen us for our exceptional service, quality installation, and unbeatable warranties. Whether you need a roof replacement or just want to upgrade the look of your home, we've got you covered. And right now, save up to 20% on your new roof. Plus, enjoy no interest and no payments until 2026. For a roof that's done right, trust Spicer Brothers day and night. Because you deserve the best.
Hi, I'm Joel Wharton, Sussex County farmer. Don't wait until after harvest to plant your cover crops. Consider broadcasting or interseeding cover crops into your standing cash crop. Early establishment provides more growth potential and more soil armor over winter. It also saves time because after harvest, the cover crop is already growing and protecting the soil, cycling nutrients, and preventing erosion. To learn more about the benefits and ways to establish cover crops early, contact the Sussex Conservation District because every acre counts.
Mr. Meyer was an awesome teacher.
I taught middle school math in Wilmington.
He goes out of his way. You could just see he really cared.
My students face the most serious challenges in our community. They needed so much more than algebra.
When he became county executive, he worked to improve all of our schools.
We got teachers funding to innovate in their classrooms, started 1,000 Kids Coding to help low-income students get high-income skills.
Matt Meyer is someone who, when he says he's going to do something, he does the work. Democrat Matt Meyer for governor.
When asked what the Alton price is, our answer is simple. The Alton price is our everyday low price. No markups, no surprises, just an honest low price from the first time you walk in the door. Next time you're looking for a new living room, dining room, recliner, bedroom set, mattress, or simply any furniture you need for your home, stop in and see us today. And see why for over 75 years, the Marker customers have been buying furniture from Alton Brothers Home Furnishings in Salisbury. Have you checked the Alton price lately?
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would.
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
Summer won't last forever, but during Toyota's national sales event, you can make memories that will.
Come on. There you go.
Whoa.
Where's my
Mom, just be in the moment.
Right now, buy an adventure-ready RAV4 with low 3.99 APR financing. Or lease a Corolla Cross with available all-wheel drive for just $299 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices.
As you take a look outside, the heat is looking ever so subtle because it looks like a pretty innocent looking day. But when you calculate what's happening with the heat indices and all that, it's not such a pedestrian situation. We're at 93 for the high in Georgetown and in Salisbury. Now that's above the norm for this time of the year, not skyrocketing or earth shattering or record breaking, but it's enough to put us into that zone of concern. 91 in Millsboro right now, 87 in Milton, 91 in Milford, 92 in Seaford. But this is what it feels like right now. It feels like 103 in Seaford and in Milford. It feels like 100 degrees, or 101 rather, in Redden. And it feels like 100 in Delmarva as well as Salisbury. And it feels like 102 currently in Ocean Pines. So with that as the backdrop, we have the heat advisory that's active for all of Sussex, meaning we're watching out for about 105 to 109 heat index for the next 2 to 3 days in a row in Sussex. Then there's an added wrinkle to this. We have a newly issued excessive heat warning for Accomack, Somerset, Wacomico, and Worcester. Now, the warning's a little bit of a different spin because a warning we're watching out for 110, which is worse than the other one, and above. So we're under a warning situation where you can actually get sick from the heat, even if you're very healthy. By the way, all this gray you see over here, that's actually indicating an air quality alert over in portions of Annapolis and all that. And I only bring that up because we've been monitoring the air quality over the last few days. In fact, here's the latest look at the air quality. It's gotten better for us here in Delaware, but we still have a lot of yellow dots everywhere else throughout the region as a whole. So that's a concern. For the month of July, we had over 8 days, actually 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12 days actually, of 90-degree weather or above. And the rainfall total, well, it was a bit impressive as well. In fact, we were over 4 inches beyond the normal rainfall total. We had 2 days on the 12th and as well as the 22nd where we had a deluge of showers that we recorded. Tomorrow, stifling afternoon thunderstorms with temperatures in the mid-90s for Millsboro, for example, 95 in Vienna, for example, and 94 in Snow Hill and 95 in Pocomoke City. Blistering sunshine. But what is it going to feel like? Friday's going to feel like 105 in Millsboro, Milton, Selbyville, and 106 in Seaford. Saturday is going to feel like 103 to 105. Monday, we're okay till we get to 3 o'clock. It's going to start feeling like 100, and then Tuesday, it's going to feel like 102. So with that being the case, here's our expectations. You see, we go into Friday morning, we see scattered showers beginning, but it's not until the evening time we're watching out for a squall line to push through, and that could be a little bit touch and go as that's beginning to push through our region. So we're going to keep a close monitoring eye on that. Finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling Extended Forecast. Watch out for those thunderstorms, particularly Friday evening.
Paul, thank you. And with all the excitement in Paris, we want to find out what Delmarva's favorite summer game is.
We chose a few common favorite sports, all of which can be watched right here on Coast TV over the next 2 weeks. Let's take a look at some of the current face-offs in round 2, our current poll, and this is what we've got. Wow, diving beating basketball. I'm surprised here. We'll see if it stays that way.
It could definitely change, so make sure you go vote for your favorites at coasttv.com/vote. A ton more face-offs coming up.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
What's going on, everybody? The West Salisbury Major All-Stars team is heading to regionals. They will make their way to Bristol, Connecticut after winning the state title. And this moment isn't just about the wins, but what this team has learned along the way. West Salisbury head coach Bill Atkinson says he will remember this moment of winning states for a lifetime.
Well, it's kind of like a David versus Goliath story, right? The boys are small. We're a small little league, and we went out there. Of course, you got to worry about these other big teams. But these boys came out and played baseball between the lines, and they earned themselves a championship. And that last out, that was one of the best feelings of my life. The pride of watching these young men do what they did. I understand how big this is, and I knew the journey they'll be going on, and each one of them has earned every bit of it.
The full interview with the West Salisbury Little League can be seen tonight on The Final Score at 10:30 p.m. To the minors we go. The Delmarva Shorebirds are back in action tonight against the Myrtle Beach Pelicans. The Shorebirds seeking out their first win of this series. This matchup will be live on the Delmarva Sports Network at 7 p.m. That'll for sports. Have a great night, everybody.
Transform your bath today with Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Call now and ask about our Refresh for Less promotion and get a new bath or shower for only $69.95. Plus, get 20% off all upgrades.
Imagine stepping into a beautifully renovated bath designed by our experts and installed by our certified professionals.
This offer is hotter than a sauna and won't last forever. So don't miss out on our Refresh for Less promotion for just $69.95 with 20% off all upgrades.
Before you sign, keep Baths by Spicer Brothers in mind, because you deserve the best.
This morning's weather forecast courtesy of Baths by Spicer Brothers, a Delmarva tradition for over 20 years.
Sarah was a mother and a grandmother. She lived in a local nursing home. The nursing home let her develop bed sores, which got infected. The infection spread. The nursing home called an ambulance to take her to the hospital, but the infection couldn't be stopped and it took her life. Her family needed answers. Her family needed justice. They knew who to call for a nursing home negligence lawsuit, and now you do too. Folks, tip the scales of justice in your favor. Call Schwartz & Schwartz today.
Has your kitchen remodel been on the back burner?
Move it forward now and take advantage of our biggest kitchen sale of the year.
Paul Davis can restyle your kitchen for half the cost of a traditional kitchen remodel. Get all new doors, drawers, and hardware without any major demolition. And the best part is, it's done in as little as 3 days.
We'll bring the showroom to you as soon as tomorrow and give you an estimate that day.
Through August 31st, get $1,500 off, plus free hardware. And no payments, no interest for 12 months. Call Paul Davis,
the restoration and remodeling experts.
So I'm going to college. I am looking into pediatric therapy.
Majoring in cybersecurity.
Every patient is unique.
So every patient gets a unique treatment plan.
I'm not a cookie cutter person.
Tillman Orthodontics has every option, including braces and Smiles Correct.
Tillman Orthodontics made a plan just for me. We might start you with braces and finish with custom clear aligners.
Now the real meat can shine through.
Ready for whatever the future may hold.
Bring it.
Call Tillman Orthodontics for your free consultation.
Reel in big bucks at Ocean Downs with Hooked on Cash. 5 players will be drawn to go fishing. 3 will land free play, and 2 will net $5,000 cash. Earn entries daily and more on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Ocean Downs Casino, where the fun shines.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town, the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep. Coverage you can count on.
The beauty is hard to miss at Ocean City's premier golf course, Eagles Landing. Overlook the Sinnapunxent Bay's salt marshes and enjoy the unspoiled beauty of Assateague Island National Seashore. Eagles Landing offers 5 sets of tees, making the course playable for beginners and challenging for most skilled golfers. And the Caddyshack Cafe and Pro Shop ensure golfers have everything they need. Find our best rates at eagleslandinggolf.com. Eagles Landing, upholding the tradition of the game.
Today's Weather Emoji Cast is brought to you by OC Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
The Olympic Zone continues tonight on Coast TV. This is a show that features a daily summary, showcase, and behind-the-scenes fanfare of the Paris Olympics. All this happening at 7:30 p.m. right here during the games.
One quick reminder, we have a heat advisory active for all of Sussex, but in addition to that, we have a heat warning in effect from Salisbury to Ocean City all the way down to Chincoteague, watching out for 110 or worse down here. Be sure you keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line. It's sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your exclusive Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling 10-day forecast.
Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.